Watch out, someone might be hiding up.
Nope, no one's hiding. Good discipline, waiting for them to dish out damage. Alright, same thing again here. Your Reinhardt has closed the gap. Look at this is oh man. Okay, so you got 40 energy and the enemy Zarya made the same mistake you made on defense. She bubbled her Rein really early. Their team does not have projected barrier and your team does. So I was talking about this yesterday in one of the Jane VOD reviews and he was on Volskaya, is that one of the ways I love to attack Volskaya with the Zarya Rein frontline is if they A, don't have a Zarya, or B, they waste projected barrier, your Rein can charge their Rein into so many different things, right? Because there's two, like, corridors. Let me change to yellow. Since there's two, like, corridors on this point, it makes it so easy for your Reinhardt to get a charge. And they don't have projected barrier, and you do. So your Rein can just march up to their Rein, charge him, you follow up, you run in behind your Rein, lasering him to death with all this energy that you're going to get from bubbling your Rein as he charges in. You guys will kill their main tank, and then take this point. Easy. And it's all because their Zarya wasted projected barrier. But instead of making that sort of play, you're just bubbling for energy just like their Zarya. You got the energy, which is good. It's good to get energy from your bubbles, but bubbles are more than just an energy generation tool. Good focus on the Hanzo who stepped forward. There you go. See, look at that. He's charging. Look at all the space he created by marching through here. This Zarya was holding you into this corridor where this Zarya is really strong because she can get grenades off. She's got corners to play with, etc. But your Reinhardt is going gung-ho, taking this away from the Zarya so your team can push in, and you're helping him do that, right? He would be getting melted by this char. I think she's glowing, so he'd be taking a ton of damage from the Zarya, giving the Zarya ultimate charge, but your bubble is stopping that and helping him do this. Your Hanzo is a little hiccup there. He should have been on the high ground.
Come on, I got two. I got two. Come on, I got two. I got two.
Look at this Zarya barrier, dude. You were melting their Rein, and then the Zarya stopped it, and she got a bunch of energy from it. That was a good barrier by the enemy Zarya. Bubble, beautiful bubble, right? Reacting to the enemy team. This is a great bubble. And look how much energy you're going to get by reacting to the enemy team. I mean, you're only going to get 9, actually, because... Actually, you're going to technically, you get 0 because you're full energy. But still, such a great bubble to keep up one of your most important heroes alive. Keeping up a healer to help your team power through this fight. She was dead without you. She was 1000% dead without you. She unfortunately still died, but it was still a good bubble. Aw, man, that sucks. Alright, you guys are entering willingly into this poke phase.
I'm just gonna wait for you to grab. What's the soldiers on the left up top?
Someone's up top right. Too early. This bubble way too early. Yep, too early. You got 12 energy because you're antsy. There you go, that's good. Inside the grab, you bubble an important target and you bubbled the Brigitte. She is still alive because of your bubble. Is that fair to say? Let's see. We kind of can't see her HP bar. I don't know. That was a great concussion blast by your Pharah, though. I was about to say, do you need the grab? And I think you do. It's 5-6.
My bad, but I did almost get it.
Did the Hanzo Dragon? Yeah, he did. That sucks. Come on, Hanzo. You have got one job here, which is to combo with Zarya. The enemy Transcendence was down even. That sucks. That really sucks.
I'm sorry, that was my bad.
At least he said, I'm sorry, that was my bad.
But I did almost, yeah, there we go.
Your Pharaoh went big. Your Pharaoh went huge here.
Yeah, there we go.
Did you block Shatter?
That was my bad, but I did almost.
You did. You did. You blocked Shatter.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice. And you bubbled Brigitte so she can wail on this grab. Those are two really good bubbles. Could have wiped with a lot less ults, yeah.
What? Oh yeah, you suicided. Let's get it.
Nope, 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 nope. You're doing it again. You're about to fight. You're about to attempt to win the game, and you bubbled with projected instead of personal. I think this is the same situation we had earlier, where Reinhardt has Earthshatter, and he's gonna try and use Earthshatter, and then you bubbled him with projected when personal was available.
McCree's going left.
Look, this okay. In the spiel from earlier, when the enemy Zarya uses projected barrier, your blue Rhine can charge this Rhine into. Look at all of this terrain here that he can charge their Rhine into. Such an easy charge for your Rhine, but he can't make that play now because you don't have projected barrier. Here's a tip. Here's something that for Zarya players. When you see the enemy Zarya waste projected barrier, call for your Reinhardt to go for a charge on their Rhine and say you will bubble him and actually bubble him. Now, to be fair, if your Rhine misses and then blames you, be like, hey man, you missed your charge, that's on him. But no one is Reinhardt charging in this meta for whatever reason. Zaryas are so greedy with their barriers, and Reinhardt Zarya front lines are not punishing. So guys, in your games, when you're Zarya Rhine versus Zarya Rhine, and their Zarya waste projected barrier, tell your Rhine to look for a pin on their Rhine. And tell your team to follow up. Okay, guys, Reinhardt, look for a pin on their Rhine, and everyone shoot Rhine as he's flying towards the wall. If you get a couple shots in there, Hanzo, he's dead, and we can get an easy Earthshatter off. Like it's not a shotgun. I mean, it could be a shotgun actually, because Anna's kind of back in the fold. You could easily shotgun their Rhine. And if you don't know what the shotgun is, I think exclamation mark shotgun will it's a technique that I coined the term for it, where basically your Rhine charges their Rhine, you bubble him, and your Anna throws a grenade so nothing can heal the Rhine. And if projected barrier's down, they can't even cleanse the anti-heal. So tell your Rhines to land charges, guys. The more I watch Brigitte's play with Zarya, the more I think the Brigittes don't need bubble nearly as much, because they just constantly fall back. See, now that she's way in, now you bubble her, right? She didn't fall back that time. She went in. Good target focus. Yeah, really, really good. Now turn on the Zen. Turn on the Zen. Nice. No, the Zen. The Zen. The Zen. The Zen. The Zen. I think it's going to be okay. Do you think that Zarya is really happy with her projected barrier at this point in time? Do you think she's sitting there respawning going like, yeah, that projected barrier was worth it? I don't think she is.
Okay, cool.
Man, that projected barrier from the enemy Zarya was super awesome. Yours was bad, but we talked about it. Look at hers. Hers is both of your projected barriers here were equally bad. She bubbled her Rhine when your Rhine wasn't even swinging at it at him, right? What a
Agreed.
waste of resources. I'm glad both of you are just getting absolutely punished for your terrible, terrible projected barriers.
He's going left. Top left.
Both of you, both Zaryas, projected barrier. You had, don't get me wrong, actually, you had a lot of really good ones on point one, but when you have a hard time, actually, let me clarify. A lot of Zaryas have a hard time transitioning their projected barrier usage from the poke phase into a team fight. They don't know where the poke phase ends and the team fight begins, and they keep wasting projected barriers. Alright, so we know how this fight turns out.
If they weren't bashing, I'm gonna
Dare them to
smash
go
my.
back.
Alright, before we even turn the corner, I can almost guarantee he's going to projected barrier his Rhine for energy, despite the Rhine approaching the enemy team. Just because, like I said, he can't hear me, so I just expect it to happen.
Probably
Ready?
should
Here it comes. Hey, called it. Personal shield is available. Farms energy with projected barrier instead.
pussy. Fuck. See, we just do the same comp.
You can't actually save this Brigitte because she died so fast, but the projected barrier is still bad.
Pussy.
Like, okay, here's another thing for you Zarya Rhine frontline duos. If I'm the red team here, if I'm either team actually, you know the whichever team you're on, the enemy Zarya is constantly wasting projected barriers as they're approaching the point. You can punish that so hard. Like if you're the blue team, I'm sorry, if you're the red team, you could say, "Hey Ryan, when the enemy Zarya is gonna like waste projected barrier as they approach, you can get a charge." Like this wall right here is a great wall for the red Reinhardt to pin you against. It creates a ton of space, and the red team can then push through and just stuff you guys right at the door. But no one adapts. No one adapts to the enemy Zarya's playstyle.
Probably just do the same comp. Pussy. Fuck. Holy shit.
Personal was really good.
Fuck. Holy shit.
Reload. There you go.
What's this brick?
That one was meant for Ryan. That's kind of whatever.
Go left, go left.
Ooh. Did you actually get energy from that?
Okay, focus this brick.
Oh, alright. Well, that was lucky.
Go left, go left, go left.
Body block the door for your Reinhardt, baby. Body block for the Rhine. There you go. There you go.
Soldier one.
That was good. That was a good, great personal. You guys better have a plan for the high ground. Oh, that was not necessary. That was not needed at all.
Nice.
I shouldn't say that because headshots will one-shot kill your Hanzo. I don't know. Fighting against snipers is really hard as Zarya actually. I like how your team just like fell from the, look at this blue team drop, dude. They're like, I don't know, they're like a bunch of Iron Mans. They all just fall from the sky. They're like, yeah, let's duke it out on the point. Like there was no team members, and then there was 4 team members on the point. 5 if you count yourself. No, 4 if you count yourself. Good. That was a great bubble. Look at this bubble. Look how much energy you're getting for this because you're reacting to what the enemy team's doing, right? You see the Zarya fighting your Reaper. Reaper, with 250 HP, he can take a hit, just like Brigitte can. You see him getting attacked, you bubble him, right? That same mentality applies to other 250 HP heroes. Mei, Brigitte, Reaper. They don't need the bubble right away. They can take some damage. Look at that Zarya. That Zarya's like, oh crap, I can't do anything now to fight this Reaper. Reaper's gonna kill me, and I fed the enemy energy Zarya. Enemy Zarya energy. Rip. Superhero landing. Yes, thank you. That was a great kill on the Zen.
Easy clap.
Easy clap.
Alright, you need the number one thing is projected barriers. You need to work on those. Definitely projected barriers. Your reload, like I said, your reload discipline was pretty good. Your beam grenade discipline was pretty good. I'd say there's a couple situations when you need to grenade, like if people are grouped or people are jumping, people around corners trying to finish kills, probably just use grenades in those situations. Gravitons, your gravitons were good. They weren't great, and they were better than decent, and they weren't amazing. And to be fair, your Hanzo wasn't making it easy for you because he kept using Dragon. But your grabs were good, catching a lot of members. You're attacking the grab with full ammo. Usually you had good amount of HP. You had barriers, so your gravitons were good. Positioning was good. Nothing really jumped out at me except for that one time when you died and you deserved to die because your positioning was absolute trash. And I think you learned your lesson that you were being way too thirsty. I think a lesson that you need to learn is it's okay to be zero energy. You don't have to go and die to get energy, because then you'll be at zero energy anyway, and now you're dead, and now you can't bubble your teammates. When I did a video with what's the Overwatch Central with Ryan over at Overwatch Central, and in that video he was like, "What's the number one thing you want Zarya to know?" And I said, "Average energy is not everything there is to being a good Zarya," and that's still true today. It's not the end all be all of a good Zarya. If you're about winning games as Zarya, average energy should be the least of your concerns. So it's okay to be zero energy, because with 2 good barriers, you can instantly be 80 energy, right? You can be 80 energy in the blink of an eye if you just are patient and have 2 quality barriers. What else? Target selection was decent. A couple times there was healers nearby within range that you didn't go on, and that's because, you know, as Zarya's, and we like to tunnel on the tanks because Zarya gets so much ult charge off tanks, and that's not a bad thing. You know, fighting the tanks is never a bad thing, but sometimes there is a better target. Just gotta be aware where those squishies are positioning. Let's see. Positioning, target selection, reload discipline, beam gun discipline, ability usage, grab tune. All right, that covers all the topics. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it was helpful. Thanks for the submission, V8. If you guys like this video, check out all my other Zarya Orisa guides and Zarya Orisa VOD reviews on my YouTube. You can also watch these live on Twitch, and you get announcements when I'm streaming and when new content comes out on Twitter and Discord. All those links will be in the description, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope it was helpful, and as always, have a good one. Thanks for sticking around till the end of the video. Check out these 2 other videos on the left hand side, and be sure to subscribe by clicking that button on the right. If you like all of this stuff, you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and of course YouTube. All the links will be in the description below. Again, thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a good one.